It's been a while since that's happened. The internet just outright dying on me. So that's fun. Especially in the middle of a draft where we end up getting this screen. So I have no idea what the hell is going to happen as I load this back up. If we're going to have to restart that draft the entire season or what. It might not even load up. It might just be a permanent black screen. Well, this will certainly make the draft more interesting. I think we can say that we're going to have to dashboard. Shout out to beautiful Spectrum for randomly having my internet go out. Love ya. Especially with how much I fucking pay you. God. All right. Well, hey. Out of our hands, out of our control. Is that Bret Hart's back on? 100%. 100%. Of course it is. All right. Let's try this again. I have no idea how far back this is going to send us. Hopefully, we still end up getting the same picture. You know, the only positive aspect to that disconnect is that we didn't see how good people are, so I can't rig it. But we will probably speed through the rest of the first round and see what happens. Okay, the season is starting over. So everything we did for the first half an hour of the stream was completely irrelevant. At least we now kind of know who we can pay attention to from a scouting perspective. But, right, here we go again. Fuck. All right, that sucks. All the more reason, I guess, to, we do get bonus scouting. We do. Oh, goodness. Okay. Well. Oh, God. But then second and third round's going to be all screwed up. Okay. Well, hey, we got to make the best of this. We got to make the best of it. Colonial, thank you very much for the raid. It's at a lovely time. I appreciate you. I just lost internet for half a minute, and we went from the draft right back to the start of the year. So, right. Let's see how quickly we can get back to the draft now that everything we just did in terms of scouting and our first round pick is completely irrelevant. Is completely irrelevant. Shit. All right, well, we do know that Grant Riley's half decent. Let's get more information on Antoine Rush because we didn't know enough about him. Like, we know Grant Riley is going to be good, so I don't have to fully scout him out. But these other starters, I can fully scout out just to make sure that Grant Riley's the best option. Again, we have to do the scouting again because otherwise I'll be screwed in the extra rounds. So, all right, we'll have that. Let's go catcher in the West. This time I'll try not to do closers. Catcher in the Central, catcher in the East. Did OBS nuke itself? My internet died. My internet died for 5 whole minutes. And we lost all of our progress so far tonight. Thank God it was only tonight's progress. It would have been a hell of a lot worse if it was more than that. But yeah, now we know, like, okay, we can look at certain outfielders. Like, we do have more of a general game plan this time than we would have last time. So that will benefit us a little bit, but we do still need to get in some of that general scouting to make sure that we're not completely clueless. Yes, the draft class is completely the same. Yeah, that's not going to change. Draft class doesn't change. All right, let's go back to left field. Save right before you get to the draft class. Yeah, learn my lesson, huh? You never know when your internet's going to randomly die on you. Second chance to not mess up. I mean, I imagine I'm still taking the same starter. It would have to take somebody absurdly good for us to not take that guy still. But, now we can look at Santiago Batista. Now we can look at Francisco Espinosa again and try to get more complete info on some of these dudes that we did see go in the first round to see if we goofed. Good thing is our record's going to be about the same. We're not going to be very good. But yeah, at least we'll have options. Let's go center field, and center field. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play. Today, look at me. Center field. Put me in, coach. All right. Decent song. Don't want it. What do I want? I mean, when in doubt. When in doubt, go with an NHL 04 song. All right. So, again, I like this little strategy. Center field international. Let's go back over to center fielders. So, Jimmy Raimo, Elmer Perez. Both of these guys went in the first round last time. Then there was Tim Coe, who we might have to look at again. But let's look at Elmer Perez, knowing that he went in the first round. All right. And then we need... Wow, Jimmy Raimo is... Oh, that's right, he is just not great. Okay. I mean, he's probably a B potential, but damn. And then right field west, right field central, right field east. That is the setup. Trades here and there. I mean, it's all computer-generated players at this point. So, unless Oakland trades that fucking generational talent first baseman, I'm not all that interested, Yeah, we'll try to speed run this to get caught back up to where we were before me internet died. And we'll take it from there. All right, and with that... Ooh, okay, Guerrero's back. Who did it call up? That's right. It was Rivas, who was actually been okay. Delviar has already dropped an overall point in single A. Son of a bitch. Catcher, I know. I knew this was likely the case, but what if it wasn't? Why not have some fun from time to time? You can't go, see, I told you he was shit. I said he was going to be shit. But what if he wasn't? I was talking more to Achilles. Well, you were doing the told you so stuff. You deserve this anyway. Anyway, God, who the hell can we send down? Technically, we could send down an outfielder. Should probably be a reliever. Or it could be Ray Nunez. Man yells at clouds, basically. Let's send down Stevie Varela, I guess, down to AAA. They need an extra dude anyway. Throw Alberto in AA. I'm going to keep him in single because fuck it. Like, who knows, man? Who knows? It might work out eventually. It might work out eventually. That it does, Ender. That it does. All right. So we have generalized scouting on everybody again. We know Dan Armstrong's amazing. There's no way that that'll work out. It really does like David Cervoni, but I just don't see it. I just don't see it. He's good defense first, but at the plate, he looks like trash. So Willard McCullough, also a projected first rounder. It really doesn't like him. Burt Drew also went in the first round. There's Leroy Connor. Okay. Give me more information about McCullough. What week is it? Week 11? Ugh. I don't know if I have time to pull this off. Where are the dudes with crazy potentials? Give me the Leroy Connors. Honestly, Tim Coe, we could look at him a little bit more. Give me the dudes with those crazy potentials. Billy Campaneris. I'm pretty sure. Okay, we're going to keep looking at Santiago Batista. Just in case. Just in case. We're going to look at that guy again. Just to make sure. He is at least giving me something to think about. He is at least giving me something to think about. Billy Campaneris is at least a guaranteed B potential, but his overall is going to suck at his age. All right, we got 3 weeks left of scouting. 3 weeks left. I want to go over to catchers really quickly. Who has, if anybody, a crazy potential range? Charles Kaufman? Anybody else have one of those crazy potential ranges? No. And again, there were some of these guys like David Ramirez, John Weber. We know we're going in the first round. Whatever. Let's just pass on them. It's fine. We'll focus on the positions of need. It's also Chris Delgadio. And Hank Maloney. There's the other guy, Hank Maloney. Let's look at Delgadio. Catcher, 2 left fielders. Because worst case, since we're having to do this over, we already know that starting pitcher is there for us. If we're not confident about these other people. If we can get this guy later, he'll be worth it. He's definitely not 5th overall caliber with that overall. But we are setting ourselves up to have a very, very good late round setup, which we do not often have. Are there any starters with one of those crazy good potential? Let's look at Odell Farley. It's not a crazy good potential range, but he's almost a guaranteed B. Fernando Mosquera. There's Joe Mobley, who doesn't look that bad. We scouted the #1 overall pick last time. We did. It's the closer. Okay, and then there was Corey Carlson. That's right. For the hell of it, let's look at Mosquera. So really what this is allowing us to do is look at players for the later rounds, knowing that we're probably taking that same pitcher first overall. Let's go ahead, play it safe. We'll save this time. I don't want to have to go through scouting for the same draft 3 times in a row. It'd be nice to not have to do that. Okay, I know this guy's 23 and the overall might not be great, but man, he might still be worth the risk if we get him in round 2. Guaranteed A potential, Corey Carlson. And Mosquera is a guaranteed B potential, so we're in an interesting little spot. We already know about Dan Armstrong. Oh, boy. It's David Cervoni at 18. Just at the plate, doesn't look like he'll be good. Same with Perez. Tsuyoshi Takahashi. Again, might have an insane power game, but also might not. Shout out to the Oilers for winning that game. I want to know more about Takahashi, I think. Also, Alonso Ruiz is a pitcher. Antoine Rush could be insane. Let's look at Antoine Rush. Not going to worry about David Ramirez. Morales, who I still don't really like. There was Bravo and Barton, Grant Riley's our guy, at least at the moment. Takahashi went what? Yeah, he went about 10th last time. This Batista guy's insane, but we just couldn't risk it 5th overall. More than likely, we are still going. It's tough to find good defensive catchers. Yeah, but at the same time. And this guy's arm accuracy isn't amazing. Everything else could be. Maybe, yeah, actually, you're right. Takahashi did go 4th. Who was the guy that went like 10th? There was another outfielder that went 10th. I can look at Cervoni. It's fine. I am very, very likely taking the same pitcher. But it was at least interesting to kind of find out. Greg Marlin got traded to the Marlins. Checkmate, atheists. How else would that happen? God is good. 2034 draft again. Let's do it. Second time around, it might be even better. It might be even better the second time around. We'll see if the top 3 end up being exactly as they were last time. They might. We have a difference already. No, we don't. Yeah, we do. So the Cardinals. All right. So the AI do not take the same players every time. The Cardinals are the biggest beneficiary of my internet dying, as they get to not take that shit catcher and they take the generational closer, Dan Armstrong. So congrats to the Cardinals, who clearly just benefited on this restart more than I ever did. That also means we're not guaranteed who we want. Okay, the other closer, Garrett Ryan. So clearly the Rockies were going to take a closer no matter what. Philadelphia at 3. Who are they taking? The catcher, Andreas Morales. And you're right, yeah, the Cardinals did just blow it to the Giants at the same time. GG's. All right. Cubs at 4. Cubs at 4. Will they screw us over here? Nope, they take David Ramirez. Okay. Yeah, Cervoni might be an elite catcher. Damn. Defensive catcher, at least. Then there's Tsuyoshi Takahashi, who, I gotta be honest, I mean, but maybe, because he has the power game, but his fielding looks kind of shit. There was Elmer Perez in center. So the Cervoni, Takahashi. Antoine Rush looks decent. What are we going to do? There's Bravo and Barton, but we don't know enough about them. And then there's our boy Grant Riley. I'm sticking with them. We're still taking Grant Riley 5th overall. I feel good with it. I feel confident with it. I am going to skip to our next pick. I will quickly scroll through the first round. Just very, very quickly because, wow, Jesus, what a reach there. Takahashi goes 9th this time. Only because, again, we were more than halfway through the process when my internet died. We were at pick number 26 the last time it died, so... Antoine Rush, Batista went a little bit earlier this time. So, drama of a different type in this draft. But we stick with the same guy. This was the guy that went 1st overall last time, Rich Cairo. Jimmy Rimo rounds out the first round. So, who's available to us? I went through that kind of fast, sorry. Who's available? There is another closer, Rodney Ridley. So there are some closers, including this guy, who our scouts say shouldn't have been drafted, but it's good. We're not going to worry about relievers. We don't need them. There's a couple of second basemen who we know nothing about. At catcher, Theodore Lee. Only 20% scouted, but he could be worth the risk. Again, we're not in best guess territory yet. There is another starter, David Chen. Rich Cairo got screwed at about $5.5 million. That he did. Man, they're loving relievers right now. Burt Drew, this guy went in the first round last time. He could be a relatively elite fielder. Decent at the plate. Omar Zavala. Those ranges are a bit low. Darrell Williamson, I mean, we don't have them all that scouted. Hank Maloney falls to the second round this time. Okay. He was a first rounder last time, but maybe we get Hank Maloney. Maybe, just maybe we do. There's also Tim Coe in center field. And then Carlson. Ooh. Honestly, I think we got to make sure we get Carlson here. We got 2 picks out of the next 5. I know Carlson's 23, but he is also a guaranteed A potential. Is there anybody else who can match that? Again, Lee was only 20% scouted. Shem was only 20%. These guys are kind of best guess at this stage. Sin, 100%. Honestly, I think we're going for Maloney and Carlson. Let's take Corey. Don't call him Eric Carlson. 36th. I know he's a bit older, but a guaranteed A potential starter. I can't pass up on that. And Tim Coe. Oh, no. They took Maloney. Oh, Philadelphia. You fucks. Oh, maybe I should have gone for Maloney first. I was just looking at his draft rank, though, and I thought for sure he'd still be available. We did need the starter more than the outfielder. But, yeah, that hurts. Reset again. It's not like it was an intentional reset. This has been more trouble than it was worth. Well, based off of known potential, there's a lot of best guess. I probably am going to take center fielder Tim Coe. Just because we know for a fact he does have a good potential. If we look at other dudes who are scouted, is there anybody else that we can guarantee outside of Tim Coe that has a good potential? There's Leroy Connor and Wright. I really thought we were about to pull off the double for those two, though. There's Delgadio. Kaufman as a catcher. Honestly, even Collado might be decent. Okay, so we could go best guess for someone like Chen, who is projected right around here. Drew's 51, 54, 71. That dude's projected 50th. Not that you can really trust projections because, well, we've already seen why. Santiago's only 20% scouted. So is Chen. So is Vasquez. So is Burt Drew, for that matter. Honestly, it's Tim Coe and lower that we have info on. When's our next pick after this? 79th. There's no way Coe will be there. There's no way. It might be a catcher and outfield heavy draft. We're going to take Tim Coe. We're going to take him just to make sure. So Tim Coe's our guy. We could have gone for another starter, but we have taken 2 starters already in this draft. Wow, David Chen is still there. That is not what I was expecting. I mean, he was projected 64th. Wheels, no, it's not. I don't know what's up with the song thing. I think it's because my Spotify's a bit bugged. The Thunder rolls by all that remains. Maybe we go for Chen. Connor's 127. Oh, yeah. I think we can go... I think we can go for one of the starters and then fill out the draft from there. Let's go for David Chen or Darrell Williamson. Both 20% scouted. I mean, the ranges on Williamson look insane. Darrell Williamson, welcome down to the Pittsburgh Pirates. Let's try it. Why not? Why not? That'll be our third pitcher of the draft. And then again, we got Tim Coe in center field. Gonna mark him down on the team, and the other guy was Carlson. I don't know how well this draft is going to go. It's been one of the stranger set of circumstances that we've had so far. Round number 4, we got 4 dudes left. Who went off the list that we had? David Chen, the other starter. Okay, this dude's projected 127, 131. So if it comes down to Connor or Kaufman, we are going to go for Kaufman just to make sure we get him. So let's get Charles Kaufman in on the team. Timko from Simcoe. I mean, hey, he was born there. Let's go with that. Yeah, the other guy's gone. Collado, we're going to obviously go for the left fielder, Delgadio, in round 5. We're going to hope for the best. And then Collado's gone. Final pick, it's the 6th round. And we will go off of, well, pretty much best guess is all that we can do at this stage of a draft. And it's going to be down to 2. Either Henry Sixto Sanchez at first base or JT, I like this hat, Hager at second, who is 23. For that reason, we're going to go for the first baseman, Henry Sixto. Just because he's younger and might have a chance of being a little bit better. So let's go for Sixto. One of the weirdest, strangest, most bizarre drafts we have ever had because of the restart. Thanks a lot to Spectrum. Again, you guys are doing a great job. Thank you.